You know, you were totally right to send this game in.
Oh, yeah.
This Bucs-Panthers game was a total nail-biter.
Definitely a game that went down to the wire.
Divisional matchup, playoff implications, rookie quarterback going up against a veteran.
All the makings of a great game.
What's not to love? And you were there.
I was.
You saw it all firsthand.
Front row seat.
What stood out to you about how the Buccaneers used Mayfield in this game?
Well, it's interesting you see them trying to find that sweet spot between Mayfield's strengths
Right.
and what their offense needs to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were glimpses of that ground and pound strategy that we've seen from them in the past.
Yeah.
But it felt like they were also trying to adapt to Mayfield's more pass-heavy style.
I see what you mean.
Like they were trying to...
Yeah, it wasn't just handing the ball off to Rachaad White every play
Right.
and letting him bulldoze his way down the field.
Exactly.
Although he did have some impressive runs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I felt like White was actually more effective catching those passes out of the backfield.
Yes.
Yeah.
Particularly in that first quarter.
Do you think Bowles is maybe subtly shifting the offensive scheme
Oh, potentially.
to play to Mayfield's strengths?
That's a great point.
I mean, remember that 10-yard touchdown pass to Evans in the first quarter?
Oh, absolutely. I remember that one.
It was set up perfectly by a series of those short passes to White.
Yep.
Got the Panthers defense thinking run, then bam.
Bam! Mayfield hits Evans for the score.
Right.
I mean, that kind of play design,
Yeah.
that really showcases Mayfield's ability to read the defense
Right.
and make quick decisions.
It wasn't just brute force.
Oh,
There was a real finesse to that opening drive.
absolutely. A lot of strategy involved there.
But then the Panthers, they woke up.
They did.
And suddenly we're seeing a different game.
Oh, yeah. The Panthers had a bit of a shaky start.
It did.
But you could just feel that energy shift in the second quarter.
You could feel it.
Hubbard's 35-yard run.
Hmm.
That was the spark they needed.
That was it.
It got the crowd going, and more importantly, it showed that they could move the ball against this tough Bucs defense.
That run was electric.
It was electric.
And it just seemed like it lit a fire under Bryce Young, too.
Yeah, it gave him that extra boost.
He connects with Thielen for that game-tying touchdown just a few plays later.
Yep, just like that, they were right back in it.
It's fascinating to watch a rookie quarterback like Young in these high-pressure situations.
Absolutely.
We talk a lot about the physical skills, the arm strength, the accuracy.
Right?
But what impressed me most was Young's composure.
Yeah, he didn't let that slow start rattle him.
He really didn't.
He stayed focused, went through his progressions,
Yeah.
and made some really impressive throws under pressure.
Makes you wonder if being in those pressure cooker college games
Oh, absolutely.
prepared him for moments like this in the NFL.
It's got to help.
But the Bucs defense, they weren't just going to lie down.
No, they were not just going to roll over.
What we saw in the third quarter was a chess match
It was a chess match.
between two really talented defensive units.
You got it.
Both coaches made some key adjustments.
Oh, yeah, they were calling some great plays.
And it became this battle for every single yard.
Every single yard was hard fought.
It felt like every play was crucial.
Oh, for sure. The tension was palpable.
The one that really stands out in my mind,
Yeah.
the play that really shifted the momentum back in the Bucs' favor,
Hmm.
was Horn's interception.
Oh, man. What a play that was.
He read that play perfectly, jumped the route, and snatched that ball out of the air.
He was like a hawk going after its prey.
It was like he knew exactly what Mayfield was going to do.
He was in Mayfield's head.
Now, that interception was huge.
Huge.
It wasn't just a lucky break.
No, it was all skid.
It was a testament to Horn's development as a player.
You could see his growth right there on the field.
I mean, he's always had the athleticism.
Right.
But now he's starting to show that instinct, that anticipation that separates the good cornerbacks from the great ones.
He's got the potential to be a real shutdown corner.
And to do it against a veteran cornerback like Mayfield,
I mean, that's a statement.
it does make you wonder
It does.
if he could be that shutdown corner they've been looking for.
He could be the real deal.
It felt like that interception really swung the momentum back in Tampa Bay's favor.
Yeah, even though the score stayed close, you could feel the shift.
Momentum is a real thing in football.
It is.
And that play gave the Bucs defense a much-needed boost.
It gave them that extra juice.
But what's really interesting is that even with all the excitement, all the big plays,
Yeah,
the third quarter ended in a stalemate.
it did.
It was almost like both teams were feeling each other out,
Yeah, like a heavyweight boxing match.
trying to figure out the other's next move.
Waiting for the right moment to strike.
Exactly.
A real battle of wits out there on the field.
Yeah, waiting for the right moment to strike. That's what makes the fourth quarter of a close game so electrifying. You can just feel it.
And this one did not disappoint.
No, it did not.
It was like the energy just ratcheted up a notch.
It really did.
Every play felt like it could be the deciding factor.
You're right.
And I think both teams played a little cautiously at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It was almost like they were afraid to make that mistake.
Right, to give the other team an advantage.
Exactly.
But someone had to make a move eventually.
Right.
And it was the Panthers who struck first.
They did.
That touchdown drive
Yeah.
really highlighted their offensive potential.
It wasn't just one big play.
Yeah.
It was a series of smart, well-executed plays
Yeah.
that kept the Bucs defense off balance.
And you could see Young's confidence growing with each snap.
Oh, yeah.
He was finding those tight windows, throwing with anticipation,
It was
really showing off his ability to extend plays.
That touchdown pass to Chark Jr.
Yes,
was a perfect example.
it was.
Chark wasn't wide
And
open,
he wasn't.
but Young put the ball right where only his receiver could get it.
Right on the money.
That's the kind of accuracy and touch that you just can't teach.
He was seeing the field differently,
Yeah.
anticipating the defense's reaction.
Like he was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers.
It was remarkable, especially for a rookie quarterback on the road in a game with this much pressure.
It really was.
But the Bucs, they weren't going to go down without a fight.
Not a chance.
They've got a veteran quarterback in Mayfield
Yeah.
who's been in these situations countless times before.
He has.
And he showed once again why he's still one of the most clutch quarterbacks in the league.
That last drive was incredible to watch.
It felt like every play was a do-or-die moment.
It did.
And Mayfield just kept making plays, finding those open receivers,
Yep.
keeping the chains moving.
That 25-yard completion to Godwin
Oh, yeah.
was a gutsy throw.
It was.
Godwin was tightly covered,
He was?
but Mayfield put the ball right on the money,
Yeah.
giving Godwin a chance to make a play.
And then that 10-yard scramble on third down to keep the drive alive.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mayfield.
Yeah.
He isn't known for his mobility,
He's not.
but he showed some real escapability on that play.
He did.
He's got a knack for making plays when it matters most.
He's got that clutch gene.
It's like he elevates his game in those crucial moments.
Yeah. He thrives under pressure.
And ultimately,
Yep.
it all came down to McLaughlin's field goal as time expired.
It did.
The Bucs escaped with a victory.
A narrow victory.
But man, that was a close one.
Talk about a roller coaster of emotion.
For both teams and for both sets of fans.
It was a wild ride.
Exactly.
But even though the Panthers lost,
They did.
there were a lot of positives to take away from this game.
Absolutely. You look at Young's performance, the way he handled the pressure, the plays he made.
He's the real deal.
He's clearly got the talent to be a star in this league.
You got it?
And the Panthers as a team,
Yeah,
they showed a lot of grit and determination.
they did.
They fought back after that slow start. They didn't give up when they were down late in the game.
They showed a lot of heart.
That's the kind of resilience that builds character
Yeah,
and sets the foundation for future success.
it does. You could see it in the way they played,
Yeah.
in their body language, in their post-game interviews.
Right.
They weren't hanging their heads in defeat. They were already looking ahead to the next challenge.
They're a young team.
They are.
They're still growing. They're still learning.
Still a lot of potential there.
But you can see the potential, the spark, the hunger to compete.
Oh, yeah. They've got a bright future ahead of them.
They do.
That's for sure.
And as much as I love breaking down the X's and O's,
Yeah.
the strategies, the plays,
Right.
what really fascinates me about sports is the emotional side of it.
Oh, yeah.
The passion, the heartbreak, the joy,
The camaraderie.
the camaraderie.
It's all part of the game.
So let's shift gears a bit and talk about those fan reactions.
Okay.
You were at the game.
I was.
You saw it all firsthand.
I did.
What was the atmosphere like? Yeah. It's amazing how contagious those emotions can be.
They really are.
Even watching from home, you
Yeah.
know, I could feel that intensity through the screen.
Right.
But being there in the stands,
Yeah.
surrounded by all those passionate fans,
Uh-huh.
that must have been an experience.
Oh, it really was. You could see the full spectrum of emotions on display,
I bet.
from the elation of the Bucs fans
Right.
as that field goal sailed through the uprights to the heartbreak of the Panthers fans as they realized their comeback had fallen just short.
Yeah.
But even in defeat,
Yeah.
I felt like there was a sense of pride among the Panthers fans.
You know, I think you're right. I mean, they've got a young team, a rookie quarterback,
Right.
and they went toe-to-toe with a team that's considered a contender.
Absolutely.
You have to respect that.
You do. They didn't back down from the challenge.
Right at all.
And they had the Bucs sweating right up until the final whistle.
Right.
There's a lot to be optimistic about if you're a Panthers fan.
Yeah, I was scrolling through social media after the game.
Oh, yeah.
It was fascinating to see how the fan reactions played out online.
It is interesting how social media has become this virtual extension of the stadium.
Yeah.
Where fans can share their reactions, their analysis, and their emotions in real time.
Right.
It adds another layer to the whole fan experience.
It really does. And for the Panthers fans, there's definitely disappointment.
Sure.
But I also saw a lot of comments praising Bryce Young's composure and his ability to make plays under pressure.
Yeah, it's clear that Panthers fans are excited about Young's potential.
Yeah.
He's showing that he has the talent and the temperament to be a franchise quarterback in this league.
Right.
And for a team that's been searching for that kind of stability at the quarterback position, that's a huge boost.
It is. It makes you wonder how this game might shape the narratives for both teams moving forward.
Yeah.
For the Bucs, this win could be a turning point.
It could be.
They've had some ups and downs this season, but this kind of gutsy come-from-behind victory could give them the confidence and the momentum they need to make a real push for the playoffs.
I agree. It showed that they can win in different ways.
Right.
They can grind it out. They can rely on their defense, and they can trust Mayfield to make plays when the game is on the line.
Yeah.
That versatility is going to be crucial as they head into the final stretch of the season.
And for the Panthers, this loss, while disappointing, might actually be a valuable learning experience.
Oh, absolutely.
They saw firsthand what it takes to compete against the best teams in the league.
They did.
And they proved that they're not that far off.
I think that's a great takeaway.
Yeah.
They're still building, it's still developing.
Yeah.
But they're on the right track.
They are.
This game showed them that they can hang with the big boys. And that experience is going to pay dividends down the road.
It's those lessons learned, those moments of adversity overcome.
Right.
That often shape a team's destiny.
They do.
And for the Panthers, this game could be a catalyst for growth, a stepping stone on their path to becoming a true contender.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Sometimes you learn more from a loss than you do from a win.
That's the truth.
And the way the Panthers responded to this challenge, the fight, they showed the glimpses of brilliance they displayed.
Right.
It all points to a bright future.
It does.
Well, there you have it, folks. A deep dive into the Bucs versus Panthers game.
That was a good one.
A game that had it all: excitement, drama, strategic brilliance, individual heroics, and a whole lot of heart.
It was a reminder of why we love this sport.
It was.
Why we get so invested in these games, why we ride the emotional roller coaster week after week.
And speaking of stories,
Yeah.
we're always looking for more games to break down, more deep dives to explore.
We are.
So if you have a game that you think deserves the deep dive treatment,
Send them in.
send in those recaps.
We're ready.
You're ready to analyze, to dissect, to uncover the hidden layers of the game.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep those helmets shiny and those spirits high.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.